Hey Phil, I want to get me one of them jobs like what you've got. Oh, I know what you mean, Ian. Being your own boss, creating the freedom, the open road, a new chapter every single day. Nah, I just mean a job as easy as yours. Easy? Yes, Phil, you know what I means. You know, when other folks are doing like hard graft and blood, sweat and tears, long hours, you know, you just goes out and clicks a button, don't you? No. I can assure you, it's a lot more difficult than just clicking a button. So yo reckons it's more than just clicking a button, don't you? Hey, a photographer's skills start way before they pick the camera up. Come on, how are you taking pictures if you ain't picked up your camera? Now, what you've got to understand is a photographer's job is 90% done up here. It's in the head. Turn around again. Oh, there's light coming through your ear. It's coming right through your head, there's nothing there. Oh, very funny. Come on then, convince me that you're actually doing some proper odd graft. When a photographer gets to the job, they've got to decide, based on everything they've done in the past, what's actually happening here. They've got to look at the lighting and the set and decide, have I done anything like this before? How did I get around it? What happened in post-production? Could I have improved on that picture? So they use all their experience to make this picture a better one. Okay, so experienced photographers have got a lot of thinking to do. But what about folks that have only just started? The new photographers still got to assess what's in front of them. They might not have that big bank of experience behind them, but they've still got to know what they're dealing with. They've got to look at the lighting, they've got to look at the shadow detail, they've got to look at the background, what lenses they're going to use, whether they're going to use flash or ambient light, what the colour temperature is, where the highlights are, what the shadow detail is doing, what mood they want to create, even before they start interacting with the subject. I don't know. It all sounds a bit made up to me. You sure you are just trying to pull the wool over me eyes? No, you've just got to know that a lot of the photographer's job is done with the old grey matter. So you wants me to believe that photographers are the only ones in the world that does work inside their heads. Right, how can I explain this? Let's take another job, a bus driver, for instance. A bus driver, what's they got to think about? They drives down the street, picks somebody up and drops them off somewhere else. How's they doing that in their head? No, you're right, the bus does drive down the street, but the driver's doing way more than just pressing the gas pedal and turning the steering wheel. They're observing, making mental notes. They're calculating so much up here in their head. They're looking at what's going on. They're looking at how safe the road is. They're looking, do they need to turn the light on? They're listening to the engine. Do they need to change gear? Are the people waiting at the next bus stop? Is the traffic light on red? They're looking for potential hazards, calculating this all the time that they're driving. Okie doke, I'll give you that. Well, the photographer's the same. They're assessing and calculating all of the variables before they even pick the camera up. I don't think so. So let's look at another job. An accountant, for example. Oh, the money folks. They makes the world go round, don't they? Or so the song says. They're doing all their work in their head. They have to know how accountancy works. They have to know the logic. They have to know the law. They've got to have the information up here. Okay, so the photographer's got a lot to think about. But he's still just pressing a button at the end of the day, ain't it? Well, no, not really. Next, they have to use their people skills with the subject and the people around them. And then they've got to use their technical skills. They've got to, know which lens to use, which camera body settings to use, which colour temperature to use, flash, ambient, all sorts of things they've got to work out technically. Okay, I think I am getting it. Yeah, and when they've taken the photo, that's the first half of the job done. What do you mean, the first half? Then comes the post-production, the editing. That's a big part of digital photography. I estimate that I spend as much time in front of the computer doing post-production as I do on the capture. And when you're in the edit suite, there's a whole load of different variables on that, and you're thinking all the time about the things you can do and the options that you have. Okay, you've convinced me. Photography's more than just pressing a button. I'll say it. Well, yes. Now I'm glad you've seen the light. You see what I did there? That was funny. Now, if you'd like to see me taking a few photos out on real jobs on assignment, click this link here. Or if you'd like a few tips on taking pictures yourself, click this link here.